Okay. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a how to do good in school. This is pertaining to high school because I'm obviously not in college, but I guess they can apply to any grade or college. I mean, I'm a sophomore right now, so I guess I have quite a bit more to go. And I know junior year is apparently the hardest, so I'll tell you guys if it changes next year, but I think these tips and just things that I do like in my schedule and routine work well for me, and I have good grades. I think I do. All my grades are at least above a 95, so I think I'm doing well right now.
Change that to a 92 because I just got my biology test back and I'm just say I didn't do well. Better than some of my other friends, but it lowered my grade from 95 to 92.
So let's just get into the video. So the first one is very obvious, but no one really does it, at least at my school, and that is do your work, please. It will help you so much because I know so many people at my school just watch YouTube or play games or just like talk to their friends the whole entire class period and don't get anything done. And our school is like basically everything is on our laptops, so it's really easy to get sidetracked, I guess. But for me, I watch YouTube and I read my books, like just the books that I read for fun, but only when I'm done with my work, because it just really like helps you, I guess, because if you don't finish it in class, then you're gonna have to do it at home, and it's way harder to focus at your house or when you're not actually at school. I just think it's really good to do your work at school, even if you're not doing anything in a class. If you have something in another class, work on that, just because it just helps you not have as much homework, and I feel like you do better when you do it in a school environment instead of at home, because you're already like at school and focused and everything. Try. Next tip is to not procrastinate. I know this is so hard it's hard for me and it's hard for like everybody really, but I feel like a lot of times people will procrastinate their work the night before. Like they'll put it off, and the night before it's due or the night that it is due, they'll do it. And personally, I don't work good under stress. It just kind of makes my work bad anyway. So whenever I get an assignment or a project, I usually do it like the day of, or start working on it the day of, and get it done within like a day or two, just because it takes all the weight off of your shoulders and you're not worrying about it anymore. And then like sometimes in my classes I will do an assignment, and my school is kind of like slow pace, I guess you could say, because I have a lot of free time, honestly. Like I could get all my work done in like 2-3 hours. It's not necessary for me to be there for 8, but can't really change that. Sometimes I will get an assignment and then I'll do it, and then the next day we will have to work on it all day in class, and I'm already done. So I can just do other work or chill or things like that. So it's just good to like get your work done as soon as it's assigned, because then you don't have to worry about it. And so it's like your best work instead of just rushed work, I guess. Next one is easier said than done, I know. But I usually follow this rule very attentively, I guess. That is to go to sleep early. Literally, like, beginning of the school year, a little bit before Christmas break, I would go to bed at 9. Like, if I went to bed at 9:30 or, like, past, I would feel like, oh my gosh, like, I went to bed late. And, yeah, I know, that sounds, like, crazy because everybody goes to bed at 10. No, not even 10, like 11, 12, like, literally past 1. And I just, like, I can't do that. I guess that's just kind of like me, because I've always kind of gone to bed early. I mean, like in the summer or like long breaks, like Christmas break, I'll stay up until like 1 or 2. For school, I just think it's really good to go to bed early. And I know it's hard when you have a lot of work, but that ties into my other tips that I previously mentioned. If you do your work at school and if you don't procrastinate all of it, it's easier to go to bed early because then you have a little bit more free time. So it's just kind of like a routine that I've gotten into, and I know it's hard if you don't do any of these things, but if you just like practice them and try each day to like progressively go to bed early or do your work on time, then I think it'll be easier just to like focus at school and everything. The next tip is to eat breakfast. And I know not everybody likes breakfast, but personally for me, I just do. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a big breakfast person, but I do like to eat at least something before school, because if I don't, I'm just going to be thinking about food all day and get tired. For me, it's just good to eat breakfast because I also have third lunch, which is literally at 1, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have lunch at 11:15. So it's not as difficult if I don't eat breakfast Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I still get hungry. Like, I eat a lot, and so it's just like better for me to eat breakfast because then I'll have more energy, and it honestly kind of gives you something to look forward to in the morning, you know? Like, you get up and you're like, oh, I don't want to go to school, but then you get to have breakfast. Don't go hungry like all day, because then you're not going to focus and you're not going to do good at school. Quizlet. Everybody knows about Quizlet, but if you don't, it's really just, it saves lives. If there's not a Quizlet for a test that you have or a vocabulary kind of quiz, then make your own. That's what I do a lot, or kids in my grade will make them, because they have this thing called Learn on Quizlet, and I feel like it helps me a lot because on one of my hardest subjects, which is world history, we had a final, like, before Christmas break, you know, midterms and everything, and I really thought I was going to fail, like I did. But then one of the smartest kids in our grade, he came through and he made a Quizlet, and I really wasn't sure if it was going to be like exactly like the test. It was perfect, spot on. I don't know how he did it. There was like over 100 terms, I think, honestly. And I studied so much, like so much. And I don't really study that much just because for me, school comes pretty naturally, and so I don't really have to study too much. We studied for 3 hours, I think, honestly. A lot of kids in my grade got like really bad grade on it. And I got 100, a literal 100%. And there were like 100 questions. Yes, there were 100 questions, I'm pretty sure. Or there were 50, I don't know. But I got 100, and that is like everybody's hardest class, and I was so proud of myself. The next one is try to sit close to the front. So in some of my classes, they would assign our seats, or they do assign our seats, and I would always tell them that I would like to be close to the front. First off, because I'm blind and I wear glasses, but sometimes I don't wear them, and I have contacts, but I really don't think they work. And so I told my teacher I want to sit close to the front, and thankfully they have put me close to the front in all my classes. Let me think. Yeah, and pretty much all my classes, or at least the ones that they teach, I am in the front or on the second row. And I just think it helps me personally to focus, because if I'm in the back, I'm able to see over all the tall people, and I just kind of like daydream. I mean, I still do that. I just think sitting close to the front like helps you pay attention more. Surround yourself with smart people. I'm not saying to surround yourself with people that are like geniuses and you're just like average, you know? I mean, if your friends are geniuses and you're not, that's okay, but I'm just saying, like, don't sit with dummies in class. Because I know in some of my classes, the only people in my classes are like not that smart, and it kind of just like ruins my vibe. Like, I'm trying to get a good grade, trying to like go to a good college, and all they really care about is like playing games or watching Netflix. And it's just kind of hard to focus when other people around you are talking about irrelevant things and they don't have the same motives as you. In school, if you can pick your seats, then I advise you to sit by someone that is remotely smart, or at least is trying to pay attention. Because, I mean, I sit by my friends in my classes, but they're all smart, so it's like not a problem for me. I mean, we talk, but it's not that bad personally, because I still pay attention and get my work done, and so do they, and we all like have the same motive of, you know, trying to get an A and all that kind of stuff. The next one is something that I've previously, or the past few years, have learned, and that is to read. Not just read the books that you get assigned, I mean, obviously that, but also to read for fun, because reading is great. I used to hate reading. My mom loves to read. She would force me and my brothers to read all the time. And I hated reading. I liked to go outside and play, or, I mean, we did that too, but we would have like reading time at our house. And I hated it. I didn't like sitting still and reading. And neither did my brothers, and it kind of made her sad because she loves to read and she wanted us to like connect on the books that she read when she was a kid. But I just wasn't having it. And so then she gave up. And guess what? After she gave up, I started to read. I just feel like for me and for most kids and teenagers, when your parents tell you to do something, you want to do the opposite. And so after she gave up trying to get me to read, I started reading, and now I love reading. It really helps your ACT score because my brother hated to read. He still doesn't really like it, and I think his lowest score was in reading. Not throwing him in the bus, Jack. He's probably not watching, but you know, whatever. But my highest score in the ACT was reading. So I think reading books really paid off. The last one is to not dress homeless. When you dress good, or whenever you dress like cute or not so like bummy, I feel like you're gonna do better in school, or you're gonna be more productive, because whenever you dress lazy, you're gonna be lazy, you know? I still wear leggings and sweatshirts, but not every day like I used to. I'll show you guys what I'm wearing because it's a really cute outfit. And I find it fun to pick out outfits like for school. I always personally pick out my outfits the night before, just because in the morning I'm tired, and this is a good one, okay. In the morning, I'm always tired, and so I'm obviously going to want to gravitate towards more comfy clothes. But if you pick out your outfit at night, you're more awake, and you've already gone through the day. And for me, I'm not that tired at night. Well, whenever I lay down, I am. But like after I get home from soccer, I will pick out my outfit, and I think it just helps me to like stay in that routine and not pick out leggings and stuff, which I still wear a lot. Just not as much. I'm just wearing, this is a sweatshirt, but it's okay because it's like cropped, and I'm wearing it with these jeans and this belt and Air Force Ones, and I don't even know if you can see that. Hang on. When you dress nicer, you're gonna feel better and do better in school. That was the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. I'm not really sure if it was. I kind of think my tips were good, but if they're not, I'm sorry. If you go to my school and you're having trouble with something in school, let me know, because I think I can help, honestly. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.